So we're back. We're back with another video. Listen, I know it's been a while on this channel, and I've said this from the jump, and I'm going to stop apologizing. This is the last time I apologize for not posting very much on this channel. To be fair, I haven't really posted a lot on any of my channels. I've been kind of taking a step back a little bit. Still want to drop content occasionally, but last time I'm apologizing. I'm just going to say I'm back with something. But today, I kind of wanted to just talk about something. So I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet recently, and this topic that I'm going to talk about, I mean, obviously you see with the title, this topic isn't really new. Like, this has been happening for a long time. But what kind of sparked this coming up again was the release of the new Mario movie, which I saw, and I've really enjoyed it, actually. I know, like, people, so there's, like, mixed reviews on it, whatever. I really enjoyed the Mario movie. I thought it was super fun, and at the end of the day, it's a kid's movie. And I think people forget to realize that type of shit. Is this being shown? I just thought about this. Oh, God. Okay. But I think people forget to, like, honestly, like, fail to realize that it's a kid's movie. It's made for children. There's supposed to be, like, these corny jokes. There's supposed to be these little fun little quips, fun little whatever. If it doesn't have everything, doesn't stay everything true to the story, it's like, it's a movie, and it's about an Italian plumber from Brooklyn going to the Mushroom Kingdom and helping save the people from Bowser. You know, obviously that's like the whole thing with people were kind of like, well, is it woke because they're trying to change? No, whatever. I don't give a fuck. We don't care about that. I'm not going into that. What I am going into, though, is the internet influencing people's opinions has happened so much. And the reason the Mario movie sort of like shows why you shouldn't believe what everyone says or what like critics or whatever is literally just looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score from Mario. So I don't really care about Rotten Tomatoes. It kind of sucks, actually, because it's literally owned by Disney. Like, Rotten Tomatoes is owned by Disney, so anything non-Disney, if it gets bad reviews, it's kind of like, well, I mean, it's hard to be like, you know, especially this movie was an Illumination one, not owned by Disney. So when it tanks, and everyone's like, from the critics, everyone's like, well, what? I don't understand. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? It's pretty self-explanatory why it's not doing, or it didn't do very well. But this is the main reason. I'm gonna pull it. I pulled it up right here. It got a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics, a 96% from the people, the audience, the one that actually matters, right? And then there's ones that have been vice versa, where the critics really love this movie, but like audiences hate it. But you cannot sit here and trust like I've seen people do this all the time with every movie, like the Marvel, especially the new Marvel shit. I know a lot of people have like done a little back and forth with that. But you cannot sit here and just blindly trust reviews without like actually going to see the thing yourself. And it really irritates me when people do this. So I just wanted to look at some of these reviews just to like show you like what idiotic reviews that these people are giving. I just want to read part of their reviews, the bad ones. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is the Illumination style done at its absolute worst. Dylan Roth says it's the laziest possible version of a Mario movie, and for most viewers, young and old, that'll be totally acceptable. Again, he doesn't give any. I mean, you can read the full review. It's like, I'm not reading this whole fucking article. I'm just not doing it because it's not even worth it. It's really not worth it. This big ass article that's also probably behind a fucking paywall. Let's see. Here's another bad one. The missing ingredient for those adults' audience is any kind of wit or clever dialogue in the film's screenplay. Hey, Chris Kennedy. Hate to break it to you, buddy. It's a fucking kids movie. It's not made for fucking adults. You jackass. Let's move on. James Mothram says, an impressive Hollywood A-list voice cast and a script filled with nods to the video game adds to the appeal. Although about the hour mark, you may well feel that this is just one long chase movie. It's because like what is Mario, right? What's Mario? Oh, right. You're chasing down Bowser to get Peach. That's what the whole fucking game premise has been about since whenever the fuck it came out. The 70s? When the fuck did the first one come out? I don't even know. Let's see. When did the first Mario game come out? And I'm sorry I talk when I type. It's just, I don't like dead air. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. Can I just... No. The Mario games. So Donkey Kong came out in 1982. I wanted to see when the first fucking Mario game is. Okay, fuck off. This is so bullshit. Can I just see what the first one was? I mean, so there's Mario Bros. On Game & Watch. I don't really count that. I'm counting like an actual Mario game. That's not Mario Bros. No, Mario's Bombs Away, Wrecking Crew, Super Mario Bros. I'm going to count Super Mario Bros. It doesn't even say the fucking date. Oh, 1985. The first like actual Mario game, 1985. Wow, my computer's lagging like a bitch now. But the movie, the premise of the game in 1985 was you were chasing down Bowser to save Peach. And this bozo, James Mottram, from South China Morning Post. What the fuck is that, first of all? Some of these newspapers, it's just like, what the fuck is that? But it's like, it said it feels like a long chase scene. Man. Let's see, Tim Brayton from Alternative Ending. Again, what is that? It is, when it's all said and done, immensely mediocre. Prettier than a lot of animated mediocrity. But a pretty one only takes us so far. And it's like, I just don't understand. I just don't really understand, like, these negative reviews. I don't care. Listen, I like the movie. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about the negative reviews. Because the main point of this video was what I was trying to make is we as a society need to stop letting letting people on the internet or just people in the media. I'm not doing the whole like the media is bad. Like I'm not doing that whole thing. But people on the internet just in general, we have to stop letting others on the internet influence our opinions on things before we're able to experience them for ourselves. I see it so much. There's the bandwagon of jumping on a hate train for a movie or a show just because it's like what people are doing. Like the hate for the She-Hulk show was insane when that first came out. It wasn't a bad show, but people hated it just to hate it. I just seen recently The Marvels, the new Marvel movie, has the most dislikes from any Marvel trailer. Why is that, you might ask? Is it maybe because it has an all-female led cast? Maybe that's why. I'm not going to jump to that conclusion, even though that's probably what it is, and these guys can't handle it. But it's because one person's like, that's bullshit. Then the next person's like, yup, you're right. Yup, this sucks, yup. Then the Twitter mob all joins in and just saying, like, this shit sucks. We hate this. If you actually sit there and watch the trailer, you would say, it's okay, it looks pretty good. I actually kind of liked it. I watched it at work with my buddy Nick. Nick's a big Marvel fan, just like me. I love Marvel. I watch everything Marvel. I try to watch it opening day. Me and Nick, we've seen a couple movies together. We like to talk about Marvel a lot. We both seem to enjoy the trailer. Because it's not like as deep as people fucking make it. And we didn't jump on the bandwagon of instantly hating something just because everyone else has. If I truly saw a trailer and I didn't like it, I would say, it looks okay. There's movie trailers out right now that I was like, looks okay. There's this new movie, Renfield, with Nick Cage, where some guys, he's playing Dracula and some guys is like his assistant. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, Then I saw a full trailer, I was like, okay, it looks kind of good. But guess what I didn't do? I didn't let people's inputs deter me from what I'm trying to do. We have to start doing that, man. We have to start doing it. We have to stop letting people tell us what's good and what's not. Okay? And I get it. And is it a little hypocritical for me to say that? I could see that, right? Especially on the music side. Because if I listen to a song and I say, man, I don't really like this, then people might say, yeah, this isn't very good. But what I want is I want my audience to form their own opinions on things. If you like something, sweet. That doesn't necessarily mean I have to. Just because your favorite content creator likes certain music, that doesn't mean you have to. Just because your favorite content creator doesn't like a movie, doesn't mean you have to. It doesn't mean you have to be like, yep, it sucks. He said he doesn't like it. It's crazy. You see that with albums and shit too. I see that shit all the time. That's one of the reasons if you guys know, back in the day, it was probably like 2 years ago at this point, but 2 years ago on my reaction channel, I used to record Thursday nights. Right when the shit would drop, I would listen to it. Now, I can't really do that anymore. I work a full-time job now. I work Friday mornings. Maybe if my schedule changes at some point, maybe I'll go back to that. I don't know. But as of right now, I don't record Thursday nights anymore. The one reason I really did that is because there was no outside input telling me things are bad or good. Because now you sit in here and you see all over Twitter, like an album drops all over Twitter. Man, this album was trash. I can't believe he dropped this. Man, this guy, he fell off, blah, 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 blah. And it's like subconsciously does affect your opinion when going in. Because you're like, I like this. I don't know what to do. And I've tried to steer away from that, right? Because me personally, I don't want outside influence when I'm doing my videos. Sorry about that. I had to take a quick intermission because my roommate's not home. He's out of town for the next week. And whenever he's not home, the cat's usually fine. But for some reason, like when my door's closed, the cat's usually fine. But for some reason, the second maybe it's because I'm talking out loud and she thinks like someone's in here and she's like, well, I'm missing something. So she's like meowing outside my door. But while I finished recording, I had to put her in her little crate. She can come out when we're done, But basically what I'm trying to say is that I've tried to stay clear of letting outside influence determine how I'm supposed to feel about an album or about a video or about a game, about a movie, about a show. And I think you guys should all do that too. And I'm not necessarily like saying specifically you, specifically them, specifically this. But I've seen it too much on the internet where people are like, he says this movie's bad, it's bad. All the people jump on the bandwagon, it's bad. And then you watch it and it's like, it's not that bad. Or vice versa. People are like, it's so good, it's so good. It's the greatest movie of all time. And you don't really like it. That's fine. You can just be like, it was okay. But also, even if you don't like it necessarily, that doesn't mean you have to be like that guy that's like, you're all wrong about this movie, and here's why. And you have like this fucking spreadsheet bullshit information that has all these bullshit points that you're trying to make and people are happy about something and you're like, this is why you shouldn't be happy about this movie. Like I seen all the people like nitpicking Avatar and nitpicking all this other shit. It's like, bro, just enjoy shit, man. Like, just enjoy it or don't go see it. Because you know what these movies are going to be. It's the same with like the Marvel shit. Like, I understand like people say that like they fell off after Endgame, whatever. But at the end of the day, right? If you don't like the quirky blah blah blah, the quirky superhero movies, don't go see Marvel. That's what they are. They're quirky. They're supposed to be like making jokes and shit. That's what Marvel is right now. And just in general, that's what they are. If you don't like that, don't see it. Or don't bitch about how oh man, they've changed. It's just annoying. People see a movie that they think that they already kind of can tell by the trailers they're not going to like. And then when they don't like it, they're like, what? I didn't like this? And I see this shit all the time. The funniest example too is I just saw John Wick 4 last week as also. I got myself the little Regal pass. So, I'm hitting up the Regal. If you guys don't know, Regal's a movie theater chain. I don't know what states they're in, but they're in Georgia. So they weren't in Michigan, so I know that they're not everywhere. But the little Regal Unlimited pass, you get to see you can see a movie every single day if you wanted to. You just have to pay a little service fee or whatever. But anyway, I saw John Wick 4 with some buddies, and I really enjoyed it. And my friend Nick was like, he was like, I don't really get it. It's just kind of like ridiculous. And I was like, that's the fucking point of John Wick, right? It's ridiculous action. The plot is pretty stupid, but the action's just so over the top and so like, and just like ridiculous shit. That's the point of the movie. The same with the Fast and the Furious movies. I see people all the time like, oh, this doesn't make sense. Like logically, this couldn't happen. No fucking shit. It's an action movie. It's supposed to be over the top and ridiculous. That's what makes it fun. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just had to go off on that little rant just because like seeing people criticize movies for like nitpicking little shit and then broadcasting that to the internet, and then the internet's like, you're right, that is bullshit. Rah! It's just super fucking annoying. Like if you don't like something, like truly you don't like something. And I think this sort of stems from like people saying they didn't like my recent song. And when you ask them why, they don't have an answer. It's literally just, this is trash. Why is it trash? Nothing. They're like, delete this. Why would I delete this? Nothing. And it's just like that same bullshit back and forth. It's like, I'm just so sick of that shit, man. It's like, if you have honest critiques of something, sure, let's hear them. But like, I mean, again, maybe Rotten Tomatoes isn't a good example because they only show part of someone's review. They don't show the whole thing. But it's like, it's little nitpicky shit too. It's like, it just feels like this. It's like, if you have constructive criticism, let's hear it. But when it's just bullshit, like regurgitated information, we don't need to hear it. But anyway, if you guys did like, please leave a like, please subscribe. I would definitely, if you like just fun little action, little kid movies, again, I would definitely recommend going to see the Mario movie. I thought it was super fun. I was going to do like a little review on the channel, but I was like, I don't know. I don't really do reviews on the channel. So maybe I'll start if you guys want that. Because I, you know, like I said, I got the Regal Pass. So I'll be going to a lot more movies now. Just because they're like damn near free. I mean, it's like 50 cents to go to the movie. I pay like 20 something bucks a month. And normally at like these days, movie tickets are like damn near $20. So you go twice, it pays for itself. So I'm like trying to sell Regal, get me a cut. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm selling your shit for you. But anyway, I would recommend going to see that. See whatever you want. And don't let other people judge you for seeing what the movies you want to see. That's all I got to say. All right. Thank y'all. Love y'all. And until next time, it's your boy, King Boys Productions. Squaw.